All right, so I prepared nothing. I'm just gonna go off memory. Why does this every time? Anyway, so I want to give you just an overview of the last 4 days of me trying this time boxing technique. Uh, Firstly, I want to start off with this is how it looks. This was the second attempt I had at it. The first attempt I had at it would look like this. Now this had my sleep when I was asleep, um, my work, which was at like 6 a.m. to 11 a.m. And then after it, I try to like block in. Um, I used to have like in the middle here, it used to be just like workout and lunch. And then I blocked in after that every single week, uh, just different tasks that you can use Google to like automate them all and like find times for you that suit and then just slot them in. You just give it like a timing. Say like I want to learn how to code once a week or once a day, between like morning, afternoon, or midday, and then it'll just find like time that you aren't working, that you aren't sleeping, that you aren't like having food, and it'll slot it in for you. So I tried that. Now this was on like every day for like months, but the problem I ran into was, um, I never looked at my calendar in the morning or before, so I never really knew what was coming, and then what came, I wasn't really prepared for or wanted to do, and it just was shit. Like I barely got any of this shit done here. Um, but yeah, so that was the first try. Second try is literally nothing. This just has sleep. This has when I work, but apart from that, that's it. And these two things or these three things are scheduled in every single day, except the weekends, obviously. But it's already like pre-scheduled in. Like if I went to go monthly, you'll see that they're all in here. Drive to Artcraft, drive to Artcraft, drive to Artcraft. The thing is sleep in here, but that's sort of irrelevant. I never stick to it. Um, but so this was the second try, and I found that having this much white space, it just wasn't efficient. Like I would go into the day and I'd finish work, I'd come home, and I'd be so lazy to start anything, and it didn't work. I really didn't do much. I wasn't motivated to do anything. I just never did anything. So then I decided I'm gonna plan the day at 4 a.m. and I'm gonna see how that goes. So I'm gonna wake up at 4 a.m. I'm gonna just plan it till 5 a.m. So it gives me some time to wake up myself and plan it and find out what I can plan and what I need to plan for the day. Then it gives me half an hour between the 5 o'clock and 5:30 to sort of have breakfast, have a shower, get ready for work, and then 5:30 drive to work for 6, and then work from 6 to 11. And then so this is where the planning came in. So this was the Friday, 3 or 4 days ago. Now I planned everything. I went drive home was like half an hour, workout was like half an hour, eat lunch was half an hour, shower and get dressed was like half an hour. So it was like about 2 hours from 11 o'clock till about 1 o'clock. Yeah, you see this TPP study starts at 1. So that was really good. I found that following this and following my calendar, I I actually didn't need that much time. I could probably do it, all of that stuff in half the amount of time that I gave myself. Um, maybe a bit more because working out, like I kind of just like to not uh not go crazy with the workout and just take my time because there's no point in rushing it. Um, anyway, so this was the first day. TP studies, maths revisal. That was really important, because I realized when I did my maths, I realized I preempted this. Like in at 4 a.m., I preempted that I probably was going to fuck up on my maths revisal, but I didn't know what I was going to study. So I spent a lot of time trying to find out what I was going to study. So what I did is I spent an hour like looking for everything I need to study for maths in short term, and everything I need to study for Python because they're like my two biggest like self teaching things that I'm doing at the moment. And it worked well. I'll show you why in the next days. But I wrote down like lists of math things I need to do, lists of Python things I need to do, and so I can just go to that list and find what I need and slot it in. Cool. So Mandarin revision I didn't get done. I didn't get to read my book either, but that's irrelevant. That's sort of just a slot time for me to do anything, but I should have read. But apart from that, I managed to do about 4 hours, 4 to 5 hours of study. About 4.5 hours of study I got to do on Friday, which is good. It's pretty decent. Like I've managed that before without this schedule, so it was hard to tell. But so this was Friday. Now Saturday, I've written some notes down about them. I don't know if anyone wants them. I will post them if someone wants them, but I'm just going off memory at the moment, so like we can see it at the same time, and then I can just go through it. So this was the second day. This was Saturday. Now there's this block of time here because I didn't wake up late. I wanted 8 hours of sleep, and I went to bed like late on the Friday. So I woke up at like just before 7. I planned my day here. Spent like an hour. I woke up at 6. 6 is a really nice sleep in. So I just planned from 6 a.m. till 7 a.m. like what I was going to do, and it was basically breakfast, shower, time management video, Mandarin. All this stuff was perfect. Like I stuck to it 100%. The problem I had on Friday was there was no breaks. You see here how there's like all these little breaks. It was really hard for me to transition from one task to another task without having a break, because where do you disconnect from? Like it's hard to say like you're doing maths questions and you get to a question and you're like, after this question I'm going to do this, because what if that question takes you over the time? What if that question takes you under the time? So it gives you a bit of a break to have a breather, watch a funny clip your friend may have sent you, and sort of transition, get all your material ready for the next thing. So without further ado, let's go into Saturday. So USQ, that was basically like my uni oral presentation. Did that, had a break, started skating, had digital literacy. All of this was perfect. This went really well. Mandarin revision was good too. It was about I believe about 5 hours, 5 to 6 hours. So Friday was let's say 4, and Saturday was 6 hours. So 10 hours in 2 days I studied. When I got to this maths part here, like maths assignment 4, I started to get like really fatigued, and I don't know if it was because my breaks were only like 15 minutes every 2 hours, or I'm not too sure. I really don't know. Like I'd have to do like that much study again to really like test it out. But basically, yeah, I started like flunking out when I got to these maths assignments, and I did a little bit, but I didn't do much. I probably count out of the 6 hours or whatever that I've got here, like I maybe did an hour, honestly, because I just flunked out and I started doing other stuff and writing other things down. They were somewhat important, but it wasn't the study that I was supposed to do. So, yeah. So my sort of notes about that day, what was it? Day 2. Yeah, I added in breaks between time slots, which was good. That worked really well. But I had 12 hours planned for study, which is a lot. That's heaps. But I only reached about 6 hours and I started to get fatigued. Maybe I did about 7 hours, an hour of maths, maybe. But apart from that, I got like super fatigued. I was just so tired. Right, so day 3. Now, I woke up really late this time, and I sort of planned things and did like whatever I wanted to do in between here. But then I went to my friend Jason's house. We played basketball, had lunch, and then I actually left Jason's house like later than I thought I was going to. I think I left about like 2 o'clock. So I got home and I didn't have time to make a video. I sort of just had, I think I got home just like for this break here. So I didn't have time for the video, but that's why I'm making this video and going through it all. And this is sort of like just to catch you up and explain like how this helped me, how I improved day by day using this, and sort of the after effects, or how it I want to say like the cliche changed my life, but how I've become more organized and more uh, efficient with my time and my day. So basically, I got home break. Did Mandarin. I made dinner. Write blogs. Yeah, I was writing a few blogs, and I read a bit of my book, which is good. It's a good book so far. Yeah, so it was alright. It was kind of just casual stuff. It was still sort of work, but yeah, it was like say I did like 2 hours. I sat down and did some stuff, so it was cool. And then today, so this here, it's Monday, but it's public holiday, so these don't count. I woke up really late again. I'm having like really late streaks. I hope I can get up tomorrow. My breakfast had at 9. I sat down. I had to like write some stuff down because I had some stuff in here that I wanted to sort of visualize and make it tangible. So I wrote a few things down that I needed to. I don't know. I needed to just get out. So anyway, I had lunch, did some Mandarin. I'm writing this through the programming, because I wrote down options, and that's another thing I'll talk about in a second. But I just found it was like the best time to do it, and I'll probably do some of this stuff down here where it says make a video on time management. And there was some blogs I was going to write too. There's some stuff I want to write down. But yeah, so when I went to see Jason yesterday, he mentioned about he came up with the idea about my friend made a suggestion to make me to me about making options in the time slots to change between, say, programming and maths. So say like it's basically because I told him what happened on the Saturday, and if those maths assignments, say I changed them to programming or something, I might not have been as fatigued and would have been able to do like 2 hours of study. That way, that would have been 2 hours extra I studied during that like that day, which in the long term, if that keeps happening every day and I get fatigued, then it would be a way for me to just work harder without, I don't know, getting fatigued all the time. So yeah, basically, and I'm trying 20-minute breaks instead, which seems better. I'm getting less fatigued. I'm getting more precise with the timings too. Like some of them are like 40 minutes, some of them are like 55. No, 50. They're not actually on 5-minute intervals. They're definitely like 10-minute intervals. 10-minute integers. But yeah, I'm getting more precise with stuff. I realize that some things take longer, some things don't take as long that I planned for. And yeah, so I'm like I'm basically making my day as efficient as possible, which is fantastic. So tomorrow will basically be plan the day, and then I'll literally just plan all of this, which is 9 hours. And so because I'm trying so hard to study, about 7 of that will be just study. And hopefully, if I can stick to that every day for the week, I'll be laughing. Yeah, I'll be good. I think I'll be able to learn and do what I really want to do. Just some takeaways about it. So first thing I want to talk about is discipline. Now I realized this in on Sunday when I really couldn't stick to it as well as I wanted to. Um, it's all about discipline. You've got to you've got to work in those time periods. You've sort of just got to work until you get to that break, and then watch a video or two. Don't watch them in the middle. You've got to spend like all of your energy and your time and your effort on those blocks that you set aside for certain tasks. Um, yeah, it's all about discipline. Like I thought maybe if I put it in, then it'll force me and guilt me into doing stuff. But no, like I don't know why I thought that, because it always comes down to discipline. So yeah, discipline was like the main thing. It's really, really good. I'm finding that this is fantastic because every morning I have to wake up and look at my calendar, and every morning I plan it. It's not like past me planning it for present me. Um, yeah, and it's really good. I can kind of stick to it because I know what's coming in the day, and if I'm not feeling like too crash hot in the morning, then I don't have to plan too much. But if I'm feeling like pretty good, then I could plan like extra, for example. Yeah. Anyway, that's basically it. Like that's all. If anyone wants these notes, I'll just send it to them. Or if they want, I'm just gonna keep writing notes for a few days about it. And something else, I'm not gonna show you it because my phone's charging. But on my phone, I'm keeping like a list of achievements I do for in a day. So say for example on Saturday I wrote down I got like 70% of this assignment done. I got this assignment done. I've got I did some work on my maths assignment. I answered like say 2 questions or whatnot. Um, and it keeps me motivated and positive about what I've achieved in the day. And it's just it's little things, but it really means a lot. So there was that, and anything I miss during the days, or I can't get to, or I have to skip over for some reason, or something like unknown comes up, I write down in my phone sort of what I missed or what I need to do or what's on my mind that I want to do, and I write it on my phone so that I can schedule that in for tomorrow. So I'll look at that every morning and I'll schedule it in my calendar, and yeah, that was a great way of going about it. Just in case like anything came up that I wasn't prepared for and I had to move something, so I can just schedule it in for tomorrow. Especially because my mind jumps a lot and I have all these ideas, and it's really good for me to it's really good for me to uh, have an idea of what I want to do. If I want to do like some programming, there's like a program that I want to program, yeah, that I want to write up, then I can just schedule it in for tomorrow and write it in my phone, and then refer to that and put it in for tomorrow at 4 a.m. the next day. So yeah. Anyway, that's sort of everything. I hope I don't really know why I'm making these. I guess just try and help and just show you what I'm doing, because I think it's pretty cool. I just want to make things efficient, and yeah, cool. Bye.